Hi everybody, this is John Wake with Arizona Real Estate Notebook. I updated these numbers for all the zip code charts last week, but I didn't discuss them, so I wanted to do that now. This is 85253, which is Paradise Valley. This is the number of homes sold each month. That is May. It's the highest month sales since 2005. And this is going to be the typical trend we're going to see in May, where sales were huge, but prices drifted lower. Let's see what they did in Paradise Valley. Let's go down to the cost per square foot. Here, there's no trend downward or upward. It's very flat, in fact. Let's look at another one. Here's another very expensive zip code. This is in North Scottsdale, the northernmost part of Scottsdale, although it includes a part of Maricopa County, which is much less expensive. But you can see that the sales this year have been super high. May was lower. Let's look at the cost per square foot. And there, I don't know, maybe an upward trend. Here's another North Scottsdale zip code, 85266, which includes a lot of famous places like Terra Vita. And you can see sales, looks like this year's running higher sales than any year since 2005. Excellent. What's going on with the prices? No trend on prices. Another zip code in North Scottsdale, 85255, which includes Troon. Look, sales are higher, maybe not as high as we saw in those other zip codes, but they're still higher than they have been in previous years. And let's go down and look at the price trend. Cost per square foot, it looks like it's drifting a little bit lower. But let's be realistic here. I mean, it's went from topping out at maybe $300 a square foot to $190 a square foot, and since it hit $190, it's maybe drifted lower another $10, $15 a square foot. I mean, it's going down, but still nothing like the previous decline. You know, it's kind of hard to compare it. I mean, it's not in the same realm as the decline we saw for these 2 years. Here's Cave Creek, which includes Tatum Ranch and Dove Valley Ranch. Sales kind of similar to last year. Cost per square foot kind of drifting lower. Again, minor, but the trend would be lower compared to the last year. Let's do the same thing for Fountain Hills. Sales very high, probably higher than last year. No trend as far as prices. Well, compared to the first part of last year, they're definitely lower. Okay, let's look at the zip code that includes Anthem. Anthem has been stellar, really. There is new developments, new housing still going in there. So you can see there was a lot of sales back here because there weren't a lot of homes built at that time. But you can see sales are very, very high. The thing that's interesting about Anthem is that how flat the prices have been. They came down and have been pretty generally flat since 2009. So that's over 2 years now. They've been generally flat in Anthem, or the zip code that includes Anthem, to be more precise. Here's the Gilbert zip code. This is like the zip code that includes Old Town Gilbert. Sales very high, highest that May's highest since 2006. But boy, you really see a clean break in prices here. It's not a huge amount, but we're talking $10 a square foot. And here's Queen Creek. Queen Creek is on the periphery. A lot of new developments really got slammed. The sales are down compared to the previous 2 years. And the prices, again, kind of like Gilbert, drifted lower. Here was below 80, and now we're looking at low 80s, from the high 80s to the low 80s now. Great, this is John Wake with HomeSmart Real Estate. Hope you found this valuable. You can check out my website at Arizona Real Estate Notebook. Come by and visit often.